Aloha. Good morning, everyone. You know what? I bet you're wondering, Patrick, where's Rita? Where's Rita? Nobody was wondering that, were they? We know where she is, but for those of you who don't, I am Reverend Patrick, and I am the co-spiritual director here and founder, and then the other co-spiritual director isn't watching right now because she's on a float on the Pride Parade in Palm Springs. So she gets around, but she did want to say that she misses you. Well, oh, go there, will you? Here's the deal. She just wants you to let her know that she's having a Wild Wind tour there. There's 50, 60 practitioners and ministers where she's at. She did her workshop called The Inner Blogger with them. She sold out all of her books and did her book signing. And she's just, I hope she even talks to us when she comes home. Someone said, oh, she's going to be a celebrity. And I said, for how long? Come home, darling. Come home. Yes, she's doing great. She's having a great time. Tomorrow, she'll be coming home Tuesday. So that's that. And I bet you're wondering where you are besides the Church of Rita, because it's not about that. It's about something else. I heard today, actually I was asked yesterday, what is it that you believe? What is it that you follow? And whenever you use the word follow, I have to get very clear that we're not following anything except what's right here in our hearts. But we do have beliefs, and we do know that there is a power that is all power, that resides not out there, right here. Always has, always will reside there. And that's the power that we get to use. How much of it? As much as we can embody. But it's always all there. So that's what we do with Science of Mind and Spirit. Plus, we're a great community. And now, I just like to know one thing. Who's here for the very first time? Let me recognize. Oh, no. I see shells. Lots of shells. Okay, who else is? Oh, somebody else just got shelled. Oh, come on in. Oh, great. We were waiting for you because we know something about all of you, and I'm just going to say a little bit about each one. Actually, we're not, because we already know the truth. Okay, once he gets settled, the Malama team is so friendly. Hi, how you doing? Okay, so let's let them know who they are, shall we? You are magnificent. And Rhea knows that because she used to be magnificent. Just raise your hand for a second. She also worked with our children over at the Aston Aloha and sat out there, right, and waited to see if the children would come and wait to see if the children would come. So it's so nice to have you back at home, too. So that is us right here and right now. Now, back to you are magnificent. It's not just enough that you are. So you ask, so how do you know that I'm magnificent? And I'll let you know. We know it because we know that about ourselves. And once we recognize that, we just become this radiant mirror that just goes right back out, magnificent to magnificent. So if you will join me, if you choose, this philosophy is all about choice. And let's just say to ourselves, I am magnificent. I am magnificent. Oh, let's do that whisper again. It sounded kind of cool. I am magnificent. Now, there's some people that have hurt feelings right now, and I know I can see you. They're on live stream, and they're looking, they go, are they going to forget about us? We're sitting here comfortable with our coffee and leaning in the bed and on the couch and everything. We're going to let you know who you are. You are magnificent. Now look to your left, to your right, look up, look down, just do it. Let somebody know they're magnificent. Oh, you're magnificent. Oh, I recognize you. Yes. Yes, and we have Maria Christina with us today. Yes. Woo. You have some words in front of you, I believe, if you want to join in with your wonderful vocals.
We are eternal, we are boundless, born of infinite bliss, consciousness, by the grace of love. We are eternal, we are boundless, we choose peace and happiness, by the grace of love. So let's surrender, knowing everything's gonna be alright. We come from and return to love. love. We are eternal, we are boundless, born of infinite bliss consciousness. By the grace of love, we are eternal, we are boundless, we choose peace and happiness. By the grace of love, so let's surrender, knowing everything's gonna be alright. We come from and return to love. Let's all surrender, knowing everything's gonna be alright. We come from and return to love.
Moment, this wonderful moment of eternal love. I like the word boundless because it represents freedom, does it not? Boundless. And that's what's happening in this room right here. Through us, as us, there's a boundless energy that just moves through, and I call it love. Some people call it God. It doesn't care what you call it because it's everything. Everything seen and unseen. As we said before, it resides right here in our hearts, right here where love prevails, right, Gabriella? So we're just moving ourselves through this celebration here and online. We're a global community, remembering every time we come together who we are and what we have always been and what we will always be. And that is love personified. It's our identity. It's everything that we can use in every bit of our life, every moment of our life. Love, love, love prevails. It goes out and then comes back in. And in this month of giving and receiving, which is our theme, I know that that is all one thing at the end of the day, at the end of the moment. So with this breath that is breathing this thing called life, this thing called God, what I know for each and every one of us is that we continue from moment to moment to moment, remembering who and what we are, and that is magnificence. And with that, I just say thank you, mahalo, mahalo, and let it be, and so it is.
We are eternal, we are boundless, born of infinite bliss consciousness. By the grace of love, we are eternal, we are boundless, we choose peace and happiness. By the grace of love, so let's surrender, knowing everything's gonna be alright. We come from and return to love. Let's all surrender, knowing everything's gonna be alright. We come from and return to love. To love.
Yes. Maria Christina, it's so nice to have you back in the house, Maria. Okay, so I see that our wonderful peace candle's been lit. I wonder who could have done that. Could it be the wonderful Reverend Diane is going to be our wonderful
Good morning,
spiritual-
everyone. I snuck in and lit the peace candle. I would like to lead us in our affirmation for this month. I'll repeat it once, and then you can repeat it with me 2 times, and then we'll go into some silent meditation for a few moments, followed by a spiritual mind treatment. I am willing to give, and I graciously receive. I am willing to give, and I graciously receive. I am willing to give, and I graciously receive. Doesn't that feel amazing? Let's move into a moment of giving and receiving the power, the presence, and the love of God. Knowing that it is in and through everything seen and unseen, I stand grounded in the truth that it is right where I am. And so as I embody all of the qualities of God, the peace, the joy, the love, the well-being, the abundance, all of the goodness of God is right where I am. And so I speak this word now for this community, knowing that right where each of us is, that presence is. Oh. I know in this moment that right where I am, right where we are, there is a divine flow of good that is moving in and through everything. It is the power, the presence, and the abundance of God moving in all of our lives. In and through every situation, there is a giving and receiving, a flow as we move in it, allowing it to move us, having needs met, pressed down, overflowing, enough to give and to spare. This is the abundance of God. And it comes through us as we give of ourselves in so many ways. This divine energy moves in and through every cell of the body. I know that there is a healing going on right now as the divine presence moves into every muscle, tissue, fiber, and tendon of the body, releasing any stuck places, releasing anything that is an obstacle to the well-being of the body is now released. And the perfection from which we are created is now restored in every cell. I give thanks for well-being. I give thanks for strength. I give thanks for flexibility. I give thanks for the ability to flow with life in the way that we are called to creatively express ourselves. There is a divine purpose for each life, and as we move into that purpose, we are always supported and upheld and given everything we need to bring the gifts that we were brought to give. And so the gift is given as we show up in life, embodied with love, with peace, with respect, with compassion. As all relationships are now healed in this moment, I give thanks that the joy, the love, the well-being, and most needed is respect. And so I honor the respect of God moving in and through each person, in and through every relationship, past, present, and future. They are all now healed. The ancestors are healed. The children yet to be are healed. We are healed in this moment as we shine forth who we really are in this world. I give thanks for the perfect unfolding of that. I can see it. I know it's already done in the mind of God, so I give great thanks for it. Allowing it to come forth through my gratitude, through the law of mind and spirit, I release my word. I allow it to come forth. And if you believe in this word that I have spoken for yourself, please join me by letting go of this prayer with, and so it is.
Surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I am stronger every moment, every day. My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts and let spirit be my guide. I want to live a life that's real and true and free. As I continue walking in this mystery, I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I am grateful every moment, every day. There may be walls, there may be roadblocks in my way, but I can choose to take a higher path each day. And now I know know that what I thought was safe and sound was only habit and regret that held me down. I will surrender to my greatest highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I am kinder every moment, every day. I am willing every moment, every day. And I am grateful every moment, every day.
There's something so wonderful about surrendering, yeah? And I ain't giving up. Surrender is a whole different thing. Surrender is just, wow. Anyway, this is our wonderful spot called In the Spotlight. And I had this wonderful idea, and you know what happens when I get ideas. They usually pop right on in, you know what I mean? So we have this wonderful man that is a spiritual being that is new to us. And I thought, why are we waiting for somebody all the time? You know, if they've been here a while. He's new. So I called him up and said, hey, what are you doing Sunday? You want to come on down? So let's come on down. Juan Tomeo, who he's going to now correct me about his last name, but give it up for Juan. He's only been here for about a month and a half. There you go. Oh, thank you, buddy. Oh. So come on up. You know the drill, except I have to find you. There you go. You're not a stranger to Mike's. I know some of his past. So let's not have anything between us, man. Let's just, there we go. So this is all like exciting, right? Okay, so Juan is new, so just tell us a little bit about yourself, which is not the question, but I'm going to have you start with that. Just a little something.
Excellent. Thank you. I guess let's stay and start with gratitude, right? Thank you for being so welcoming to me and everyone that I've met here so far. And also thank you for creating this space where people can actually come through and feel and show up exactly how they want to and how they are. So that was the gift that we were talking about the other day. So thank you.
Mahalo.
I ended up moving here one day after my 30th birthday, about 2 months ago. It's like new day, new life, new me. And honestly, since I've been here, you know, I really decided to not just go to work and come home. I decided I'm in this beautiful place, and I needed to take opportunity and be grateful for nature, for the people that I meet, and for everything that's coming into my life, and really stay present in that joy. Because, you know, a lot of people say we're meant to grow and evolve, and I'm here to grow and get better, right? That's going to happen whether we want to or not. And I really believe that we're here to enjoy that journey of growth and, right? And development and getting better. How do we actually enjoy that? And I can't really enjoy that if I'm just going to work and coming home and not talking to anyone and not experiencing new things.
Right.
So that's a little about me.
Well, that's, I know stress is so overrated, right? I mean,
It's not fun.
It's not fun at all. It's not fun at all. But here's another thing. That Juan, when we first, and is that how you say your last name? Yeah. Oh, good. I just always want to make sure. The one thing, he jumped right in. He's in Reverend Diane's class on Tuesday, and he just said, I'm here. But what was funny is his first day here, Jamie was here as practitioner, and Charles, he had met the night before, and Charles didn't mention that that's where he goes on Sundays. But anyway, so it was all a surprise. And so Jamie didn't mention where she goes on Sundays. But he walked in, he went, Jamie, because he works with Jamie, and he had just met Charles the night before. So, yeah, and a Unity background?
In Miami.
And so what do you feel about not only the science of mind, but just the whole new thought movement and how that moves in your life?
I like that it's boundless. I like that there's not that many rules and that you're supposed to feel good. And it's good to feel good. I like that.
Yeah. Well, we were talking, and you were talking about the whole idea. I said, how do you explain this philosophy to people? And he said, I said, why do you think that people get a little like, does it have rules? And then when it doesn't have rules, they go, well, oh, me? And it's like, that can make somebody feel a little uneasy too, to go, you mean I'm taking full responsibility of how I react in my world? And oh, wait, because I like the other part better, that I have rules, I follow them, I'll be here on Sunday. And
There's no one to blame, right? You're responsible for everything that's happening in your reality.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing, but that also takes a lot of ownership and responsibility to accept and to take forth into. But, you know, if you create a reality that's not fun, that means you also have the power to create reality that is really fun, that is really joyful.
Yes.
And you can't, why give someone else that power, right? So that's really
right.
fun.
Oh, thank you, Reverend Juan. Oh, his energy is just, your energy is so contagious. It's just filled with so much love and energy, and we're so happy to have you here once again, Juan. Yes. Oh. On Wednesday, too. Yeah, that's right.
How will it be when we're all totally one, completely undeniably one, with no such thing as separation? What will it feel like to be free? I mean eternally, where every breath is bliss and ecstasy. What will that day be like when heaven's dream is reality? What will that day be like? How will it feel when it's for real? When it's for real? How will we love with all hearts open and full, from being who we really are, infinite and universal, and lifting up so high, there's nowhere left to fly, and to finally be everywhere, with everyone there, wide open and surrendering, just with nothing to come between us. What will that day be like when heaven's dream is reality? What will that day be like? How will it feel when it's for real? When it's for real? And when all is said and done, what reigns supreme is what's been and will always be everything. After forgiveness shows us what we're made of, maybe all we'll find is unconditional love. Unconditional love. Unconditional love. What if that's all and everything? 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 What will the day be like when heaven's dream is reality? What will the day be like? How will it feel when it's for real? When it's for real? And we're all totally one, dancing in the infinite sun. within everyone. Ooh, what a celebration.
Ah, thank you. Well, well, well. Here we are. This has been a wonderful learning week for me on all levels. So we've been having this little theme here. Last month it was curiosity. And we were all curious about if Rita and I were going to find a place to live after the home that we absolutely love, and I'm still continuing to love on a daily basis as I'm I have to say there's something funny just kind of hit me, and you know when it hits me I just say it. It was kind of, Rita's have been gone all week. It's been kind of like a little mourning process. Mourning, a mourning process, because I'm walking around this house that I love, and we would still be in it if they weren't going to sell it, for 2.5 million. No, I'm kidding, but close. But anyway, I've been walking around instead of just going, oh, I'm just going, wow, you have served me well, and you served us well, and served our community, because we've had a few events over there, and I realized that I could feel the energy starting to leave. And then I had to debate, is it the energy of the house or the energy of us, or is it a combo of both? And I think it's very interesting that it's a combo of both. And so the good news is wherever we go, then we will have that energy to take with us into that. So just to let you all know, so we can all breathe, I signed the little papers yesterday at a lease for a place. It's a little mansion in the sky. It's up by the, just not the address. No, it's up by the Hindu monastery. And it's in that little community. If you're going to make a left, you make a right instead, and you go down that little community. And I just know that it's divinely guided. I will not, Rita will probably watch it. I will not say that, I love it. It's to anyone. I had a moment too. I was like, oh, the bathrooms aren't like the bathroom. I go, Patrick, I love you, but I got to get all fatherly with you right now, man. What do you mean? I'm going, last week you were sweating bullets, man. Just celebrate. But there is that thing of letting go. It's like a relationship when you have a home for 5 years, especially on this island, that you have a relationship with it. And I'm not going to be afraid to mourn it, because instead of just going, okay, let's move. Let's get her done, And Gina's my neighbor up there, and I just remember the first day that we drove in. I go, we're going to live there, and you go, oh my God, I live 2 doors down. Oh my gosh, we got light in the neighborhood, and so I said to Gina, I said, I hope that we have contributed to the light of the neighborhood and the cul-de-sac, and we're in the cul-de-sac again, by the way. Yeah. So enough of that. Well, it won't be because the whole talk's about it. No. But what I've learned about last week, we were talking about the saber-toothed tiger and how that fear, just the metaphor of it, and how it comes at you and how you just keep running. And I kind of feel a little bit like that. Someone said, "Are you excited?" I said, "I'm stunned, man." Because when you're looking for somewhere and you have this tick, tick, tick clock going, you have till November 30th, with all of my practice, which I have practiced more science of mind the last month than I have probably done in the whole years that I've been here, because there's an incredible amount of trust. So we have the saber-toothed tiger that jumps in, and last week I let you know that I met it and I embraced it. And I let my saber-toothed tiger become my ally instead of my supposed enemy. And I think that's a lesson if we've ever had one. The saber-toothed tiger is afraid too. And that's all fear is. And it's just amazing to me. I said we're going to go on a treasure hunt this week to find this house. And it's just what I want to say to everybody online too. And if you only knew how your energy because I go on Facebook every once in a while. But I went into your energy of love and power and cared that much. That we weren't in a tent at the end of the month. Not that anything's wrong with the tent. If it's a big one, I mean, we would have. But I'm just saying that your love really helped because we could feel that energetic flow from here, and we're a global community, and everyone was just going, go Revs, go Revs. Because another time, someone said to me, I just didn't want to be disappointed because you guys are like heavy-duty house manifestors. And people go, so it was kind of a selfish thing for a moment. It's like, please don't disappoint us now. Please don't disappoint us now. Because I believe in the power of what we're talking about here. And we're very transparent. We allow that to be what we're going through. But it doesn't mean that it was easy. I wish it was easier than it was. But here's something that happened. Do you remember the week that I talked about placing an order? You place your order. You place it. And a lot of people, I got a lot of feedback from that people said that it changed their life in a way because they started placing orders. So I thought, and not place the order like, oh, I can't afford that, so I'm going to start, start with the, 5-star. I told Rita, I said, Rita, go to California first class. I mean, don't buy a first class ticket, but no, I mean, go first class. And she was upgraded, and she just got upgraded to come back here too. So I'm telling you, we're on a power thing. Everybody, can you heal me? Yeah. So hallelujah. So so the whole idea is when you go on this, write this out. So this is what I wrote out on Tuesday. I wrote out what I wanted in the house, but mostly I want to end the 11th hour drama that I always seem to, breathe. I lived my whole childhood on the 11th hour. Going to pay the bills, da-da-da. Yeah, and it's here. And the whole time, you're rattled. It's just rattled. And I said, you know what? I deserve a lot better than this 11th hour thing. So I went into deep meditation. I started getting all like forceful with the law. I was like, huh, I talk about you, let's make it happen. And this is what I wanted. It wasn't even about what it looked like. I wanted to, like when this first occurred, we go there in the human mind to go, well, maybe I better not do my trip, and let's not take the little trip to the cottages that we were going to do. Because why? So we could all sit and worry together? It takes more. There's been little more my treating and moving my feet was less than what's been going on in my head, and we've all been there, right? Getting all that stuff going. I was exhausted, and I hadn't even looked for a house. So what I'm learning about this whole thing, and this week is a great one. I put the order in, and I said I want this house before Rita gets home. I want to announce it when I'm up here by myself. And I want to announce it, and we're going to continue our thing on to go to the cottages after the telethon, and I don't want any disruption from my life because of looking for a house. That ownership, my house has owned me, trying to find out how to keep it for probably 2 or 3 years on some level. And I got real tough with this spiritual toughness. I love it, spiritual love. And I said, no, this is what I want. I want to announce it today. I want Rita to come home so she can have a great trip, so she can breathe. And she was just like, ah. I sent her pictures of the keys, and I said, honey, we got a house to live in. So that's what I wanted. And then all of a sudden it manifested, right? And you're like, uh-huh. But that's not what I did. Well, this is what happens. You scare yourself sometimes when you go, like, I want it now. And then it goes, okay. Like now? It just appeared now? And so what happened was, and I always a little part of it, is we all talked about foreboding joy when you rehearse tragedy, right? So I'm meeting to go sign it. And he says, give you a call at the end of the day. We're ready to go. We're so excited about you taking our house. And it was so wonderful, right? I'll meet you tomorrow. And then all of a sudden, like he didn't call. And then he said, I called him in the morning and didn't call back. So, you can just imagine where the spiritual mind didn't go. So I'm like completely doing what Brene Brown says is, foreboding joy. All of a sudden I was like, I told everybody on Facebook, everybody, I got our house, man, everybody, party. And I go, he didn't call me back. So then all of a sudden, what do you think? They sold the house because they're selling, because that's what he's doing. He's selling the house, and now he's decided not to. And so I'm freaking out, right? But then I have the battle. It was like the devil on one side and the angel. They were going like this, and I went, "What are you doing, man? I'm the king of tools of self-talk." I said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I don't know. I can't breathe." And then I found this quote that said, "Fear is excitement without breath." by our wonderful Fritz Pearls. And I went, why am I doing that? It's not like days had passed. We're talking about hours. But I'm now rehearsing this, right? So I'm telling you this because I want you to know how, when it happens to us, and please don't tell me I'm the only one that it happens to. Oh, please, because I know you. So what happens is I sat down and I said, this isn't rational, and my kid's going, hell with the saber-toothed tiger, run! And I'm going, oh, dear God. So I call Rita, and I go, Rita, I need a treatment. And she's like, oh, I'm having a great time. What? And she goes, you're not going to meet with him? I go, he hasn't called. Well, when was he going to call? Like an hour ago? Yeah. It's a done deal. They've already sold the house. I mean, this is what's in my head. So I went into meditation, and I went and talked to you-know-who, the little inner child. Little Patrick was all freaking out. So instead of me going, no, be quiet, I just said, what's going on? What if it doesn't work out? What if it doesn't work out, man? You told everybody, shame, 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 shame. Everything was going off. And the reason I share this with you is because I know we all go through it. And so, all of a sudden, the shame patrol came on, 97 likes on Facebook. Now you don't have a house. I'm like, and that's what plays through my house. It's like on speakers. It's really weird. So then I go, he's probably like, and then the other side goes, maybe he's just with his grandkids, soccer or something, and you're not his whole world since you're not moving in till December 1st, and it's now the 5th. And I'm going, yeah, but then finally, I'm treating and I land. And I went, oh, my happiness doesn't depend on what's happening out there. It's all in here. You teach that, Patrick. You remember? You put a lot of years into this thing. But what I'm saying is that no matter how many years we think we put into it, that's why coming for a quick fix is great, but you're still going to end up with yourself again. If I'm depending on that house in order for me to say, okay, I'm good now, everything's fine, which it is. So then he called, he goes, hey, he goes, what are you up to? I said, I'm at work. And he goes, okay, you want to get together today to sign those papers? And, and I went, and I felt, speaking of shame, I felt like, oh, shit, if he'd seen what I was just going through, before. I go, yeah, that'll be fine. And he goes, oh, no hurry. He goes, why don't you just call me back and we'll set a time. Oh, no. We're setting that puppy right now. Oh, yeah. Because I got a little boy that's still a little shaky in there. So you better just hold tight. So he goes, how about 1:30? Yeah. So I calmed into it. And I tell you that because I think to myself, does it ever leave? That part of us that is so confident? Probably not. It just means you have tools. My tools are self-talk. My tools are my going to that scared part of myself and telling him, you don't need to be afraid, I got you. And then yesterday, he's talking to me, that inner child part of me, and saying, I'm not scared, but you are. I went, yeah, come here, man. I need some loving right now. So this has been a wonderful, wonderful practice for me to be able to be in the midst of something and then be able to use this teaching. Not only spiritual mind treatment, but self-dialogue, journaling, all of the things. They say we need tools. Well, first of all, you don't want your toolbox so filled that you never open up the toolbox, because basically all we need is the hammer, the nails, and some a screwdriver. I mean, I see these big boxes of tools that, the guys that actually do stuff with them, there's like filled up there, but I would be so confused. I just need a tool that says you're safe. And then I go up to him, and that's why I led to the other one, the assumption. Don't make assumptions. I made assumptions. And if you were Wednesday's Wisdom and Chocolate, I made another one too about the people that I went to give them the application, and they said, "Oh, thank you. It was really nice meeting you." And so I assumed, right, that it was not going to happen. Because usually when you say it was nice meeting you is when you're leaving. So I also, as I'm speaking now, I can feel in my heart chakra that it's not healthy. It is not healthy to allow life out there to have such an effect on you in here. It's not healthy. And I think I had to really actually experience it. And when I came back, Angela was there, and she said, "Oh my God, congratulations!" And she said, "What do you want?" I said, I just want to cry, because I never want to put myself through that inner turmoil again. And I can do that because we know what we know. That's all a choice that I was making, all based on whatever insecurities or whatever. So my mother put the thing in when I was 10 years old and I was in my pajamas. Dear God, I'm 52 and here, or so. But I'm not in pajamas anymore. And I want him to know that part of me to know that too, that you have everything capable and this power that's running through you to not just manifest the house, but to also manifest living life, because it's never going to go away. If I'm always depending on something out there, yes, of course we need a house. Of course we need a relationship. Of course we need our finances. But how are you if it doesn't show up? That's what I went through this week, to just go, you know what? I'm okay no matter what. But I will tell you one thing, patterns in our little computer, you can break them, because that 11th hour no longer exists in my life. There's no purpose for it, except just to scare you. You say, well, what about divine timing? That's good too. Divine timing is perfect. But it's what you're doing up until divine timing that's important. If I'm worried and scared all the way up to divine timing, it's not divine timing for me. So what I realized is that you walk from it. Walk from this incredible power. Walk from this thing called, life. And so I am getting to be able to place orders. But what I really, 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 I have so many learning things this week, but what I'm really here to share with you is it has nothing to do with the stuff. Right? Here we get the house and you think that, but no. Because I cared more. I told that to Angela. I said, you want to know what I care the most about right now? Is why I reacted that way when joy came to me. I want to know why I could not trust that was going to be signed and everything was fine because somebody already said so. So I went, it's about trust. That's what I care about. Because after the house, there's something else too. Knock, knock. Something else. What do you think? Oh, I got a house now. Wow, look at the millions flying into me now. I mean, life is done now, complete. No, it's not. It's only just begun. Just begun. What are you feeling? Yeah, it's like a excitement, right? But there's also a sense of, my message for us all is, let's be good to ourselves. Let's stop torturing ourselves. Not that anybody in this room is, but there's some people online that. Yeah, but that whole idea of treating yourself no matter what's going on, the most important thing that I was infused with was love from everybody that cared so much about us. I mean, what's not to care about, but I'm just saying that it's really in my heart. Rita said the same thing. She said, we're a global community. We're all practitioners for one another. We've all reached out. So let's go back to, and then the Swami. We can't leave out the Swami since I'm going to be living next door to him. No, not quite next door. But anyway, so Rita wrote him. Rita wrote everyone, and so everyone that I went to said, oh yeah, Rita called it. She's in California. What's happening with that? So the Swami, he says, he said, we got a house. And then he said, it'll be nice to have you know, in the neighborhood next to us. But this is what he writes to us as his quote. Hail to the pure ones who know the unknowable capitalized and hold truth capitalized in the palm of their hand. Hail to the pure ones who know the unknowable and hold truth in the palm of their hands. And that was so meaningful to me, not because, you know, he thinks I'm holy, he really does. You know, what it did is it said, that's what we all want. We all want to have that pure, not pure in never did anything, pure in spirit, pure in that understanding that you are protected and guided at all times, that you're never left alone. You're never left, no matter what it looks like, no matter what you're going through, that you are not alone. There is something that is conspiring in your favor every moment of the day. And that's what got me through. I said, if you're conspiring, then this all has to be perfect. My mourning is perfect. My anger is perfect. My panic attack is perfect. It's all perfect. Unless you say it's not. Unless you say there's something wrong with me. And a lot of my colleagues and stuff, they go, wow, you just tell them everything, don't you? You know, you're supposed to, you know, keep a little, you know, yeah. Wouldn't that be terrible if I actually did that? If I actually walked in and go, hey, everybody, I got, but I'm kidding. You know, I'm going to tell you another thing. I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for humor. I'm going to tell you right out of the gate. Because humor is so important to be able to laugh. Last night I had the biggest laugh when I saw how serious I got out of getting a house. I was like, what? Why are you so serious, you know? And then I laughed. I looked in the mirror, and I was walking by, and I was like, whoa. Because I was all like, no, this is great. Everything is wonderful. Telethon's coming. Everything, oh, wow, filled with joy, you know. And I'm like, dude, you know better, man. And then I just took myself, and I said, that's why I keep falling in love with you every day, because of this stuff. And that's what I suggest for us all. Just continue to fall in love with yourself. Look at me all emotional, still holding myself. And wow. Okay, so I just want to leave with Fritz Perls about a little bit of that. And if you don't know who he is, he's that famous psychologist and also the founder of Gestalt therapy. And they go a little further, and his fear is excitement without the breath. And I thought that was so fascinating because it's so true, right? When you get excited, you're like, he says, this fear is excitement without breath. When you get afraid, you don't breathe. You're like, and when you get excited, when you're on a roller coaster, you're like, and you're trying to breathe. And that's what happens with fear. It gets in there. It says, here's what's intriguing about the statement. The very same mechanisms that produce excitement also produce fear. And any fear can be transformed into excitement by breathing fully with it. On the other hand, excitement turns into fear quickly if you hold your breath. And so that's what happened yesterday that pulled me from, I started breathing the breath of God. And when you start breathing that, you are placed in a vortex portal, call it whatever you want, and it just stays right there with that. I feel the treatment coming on. Yeah. Because I just want to just sit here and bathe bathe in the courage that each and every one of us has to look at life, to feel life, to breathe life fully, and to love ourselves when we hold our breaths, to love ourselves when we are scared, to love ourselves no matter what is going on, to let love infuse us, to let love just surround us in everything that we do. I am so grateful for the opportunity of this teaching that says, yes, there is a responsibility, but yes, I can shift it and move it in any direction that I choose. Not from out there, but from within here. My heart is the heart of God, each and every one of us. As we're beating our individual hearts, we are in one breath. And to me, that is truly exciting. So with that, I just release it. I release it with such gratitude, such oceans of gratitude for the ability to have the awareness to catch ourselves in the midst of not breathing and stop. Look and listen. Stop. Look inside. Listen to what it's saying. And most of all, to have the courage to feel it. And with gratitude, I just simply let it be, and so it is. Mahalo. Oh, this is usually where Rita does something, isn't it? So, not that we haven't been all giving and receiving, but this is our time of affirmative giving. And that just means one thing. We live in a law of circulation. Everything is circulating. The blood that's running through us right now is circulating and moving and moving. And that's what we do with what we call contributions, what we call money. It moves through, it comes online, it does. All I know is that it moves and moves and moves. And this incredible center that we have all built together doesn't stop with twice giving in this place, because we take 10% of every dime that comes into this center and we put it back out into the community. So that's giving and receiving and loving. So if the wonderful Malama team will come forward. And people online, thank you so much. Yeah.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful.
We give thanks for these tithes, these gifts, these offerings of generosity from the community to serve this center and the world, as what you give flows in and through this center, serving each one of us here and the community as a whole. So grateful. Mahalo.
Yeah. So the kids probably aren't used to us finishing early, so I'll jump into the announcements real quick. So Wisdom Wednesday, you guys, with chocolate is really it's different every week. last week it was just had such intimacy that we were able to, yeah, right? And we just discussed everything. But we can't tell you what we discussed. So anyway, you'll have to come on Wednesday. But but there is chocolate there, and we try to give it a little variety. So another thing is that Rev D, we have one more week with you, right? That they can jump in.
They can still jump in if they want to.
Right. Yeah, and what that means is if you sign up for her Money Comfort, I've been hearing great things about it. And what it is start last Tuesday, but you purchase it and then you watch. Like I'm going to watch it tonight. You watch it online, and then you can catch up. And when you come on Tuesday, you'll be there. We try to live stream it all and put it so that you can watch it later. So November is very, very busy. We got the whole house thing's gone. Let's get busy with it. We have a telethon in 2 weeks. Phew. And this is a little bit different this year. It got a little more crowded in putting it together, which is fine, but because I put the acts a little longer, so if you're not in this one, it's just because there's some new people that jumped in, and also the sets are much longer because people were saying that tuned in, that it was hard to, because we kept going 10 minutes here, 5 minutes, and it started, and then videos and everything. And so I thought, wouldn't it be nice? We're going to try it, right? Every life's an experiment. And so what I'd love from you as the community, for you to take some of our postcards and get them out into the community. So what it is it's 6 hours of nonstop entertainment. We have also people coming from the communities to talk about their programs, the YWCA. Glenn's talking about the affordable housing on this island. And there's just little snippets so that people will know kind of what's going on here. Suicide prevention is going to drop by. And there are little things like that. So I just think it's a day, and we're getting the mainland really involved in it. And then, now this isn't absolute truth yet, but there's a rumor, and I'm still negotiating because they have to do it for free because it's a fundraiser, right? But I have a feeling that do you guys remember Carol Channing? Okay, you remember Carol. But anyway, Carol's not with us any longer, but Cheryl Channing might be dropping by at 3. That's her sister. And so that will be a moment for everyone to remember. Trust me. It will be a moment you do not want to miss if we can get Cheryl here. So I'll keep you informed if Cheryl Channing is going to be here at the 3 o'clock hour, I think it is. So, and then also there's only 15 seats. We're going to you can purchase them. Not to take home, but just purchase to sit in them during the time, because there's only 15 seats, because we can have a live audience and applause signs and stop crinkling your paper signs and a whole bunch of stuff while you're sitting out there. So we're getting very excited. I'm even more excited about it now because I don't have to think about anything but this beautiful, beautiful thing. So that's happening. And then the day, 10 in the morning, and it's all on live stream unless you purchase the ticket to come in. But live stream 10 to 4, but take the cards and get the people from all around to see what's happening. And then we'll give you a schedule on the website that will tell you when everyone's playing and when they're performing. We have a lot of great stuff. What's it? Voice. Your voice weavers are going to be here. Yes, it's the first time. And then new member. If you haven't thought about being a new member, it's time to think about it, because, if I have to treat about it, you'll be running over there and filling out that paper right now. So that's on November 20th as well. And then our first Thanksgiving potluck since the C word, COVID. Yes, so potluck, you know the deal. We'll have all the stuff, so please plan that day. And if you haven't been around for a while, why not? No, if you haven't been around for a while, come down and have potluck on the 20th, right after service. I think it's the 20th. No, yes. Okay, so, and then that's it. And then right after this is Rap with the Revs. And that is where we circle up, and you know the deal on that one. I just want to make sure I didn't forget anything. Oh, Lolita, our beautiful Lolita. It's her game night tonight, ran by Sue Wood, who was sitting right there. She's running it, and that starts at 3. We're a very busy center, are we not? Okay, I think that is it. Now we'll bring in the kids, and if anything's come up with you, come on. Oh, look what they did. Uh-oh. Oh, is that Beckham? I didn't even see you, Beckham. Wow, hold on. Camera ready? Hold on. Wow, hold on. Wow. Oh, yeah, they do. Oh, hold on. Thank you, Diane. All right. Did you have fun?
Oh, yeah. Let's back up just a little bit here. Lloyd's going to take a picture of you guys, but we'll get it. Yeah, we made a give and receive poster, and we did some role playing, giving and receiving with puppets, and I'll let them share what they drew on the poster today. Do you want to show what you drew, Emerald? Okay, you go point to it, and I'll hold the mic for you. What did you draw? Can you point to what
She
you
goes,
made?
it's like the paparazzi here.
Want someone else? Oh, and what was that one?
Oh, that's pretty.
I made this
Yeah,
Sparkles.
Yes, she made all kinds of cool stuff. She made a cool blueberry, and we talked about how the earth gives us everything. Would you like to point out what you painted? And she made a hand that says trade.
Uh,
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Which one did you make? This one? Oh, she made this hand with the pretty green polish and says love with 2 shooting hearts. What did you draw, Beckham? Beckham did this part over
Wow,
here.
You're busy.
Yeah, and sister, you want to show yours?
I made trade.
She made the trade sign. So they all did a great job.
That's great. Are we ready to give them their blessing?
Yes.
Okay, you are amazing. You are perfect. You are magnificent. And we love you. Wow. You know, in case any of you don't know this about me, I'm not the most technical kid on the block. I was videoing it thinking I was getting a picture. But I'm sure somebody out there took a picture. I can just hear Rita, let me do it. Let me take the picture. Oh my gosh. So I think that we've already done the announcements. Boy, we're just doing everything all over the place today, right? Okay, so first of all, thank you. Thank you for coming today. Thank you for...
China, Iran, Russia, they all want to decouple the U.S. dollar, but I don't think they will because they're crooked and nobody trusts crooked countries. Sorry, this product cannot be purchased. This coupon...
I'm trying to turn it off. This is what we're up against. We're up against, what do you do in the world of form when it comes right at this time? Isn't that amazing? You know, I just don't take those things lightly. I go with them, man. I just go, oh, it's just reminding us a little more prayer, a little more love.
So remember the veterans. This is Veterans Week.
Right. And it's the 11th, right? Yeah. So let's honor them as well. And let's honor, what's that? Okay, we could probably go on and I'm determined to get you out of here earlier than you usually do. But yes, it is Native American Month. It is, but you know, one of these days, it's going to be all of us. And we're going to come together as one, and we're going to say, do you remember in the days that they used to separate us? By this and by what I did and by what I could do and what I couldn't do. And I'm not against it, celebrating it, just, you know, so I don't want the emails. But what I'm saying is that there comes a time when I just go, yeah, that we are all one. And it sounds like a cliche. Well, we haven't done it yet, so let's keep clicheing, shall we? So there we go. So Maria Christina, so nice to have you here today.
you,
So let's have our beautiful closing song and have some gratitude, giving and receiving month. This is the interpretive dance time.
We are ever opening, and love is healing everything. We are ever opening, rising up to spread our wings. We're all one in love. We're all one in love. All that we're made of reveals here in love. Let your light shine, let your love light shine. Let your light shine, let your love light shine. Let your light shine, let your love light shine. Let your light shine. Let your light shine, let your love light shine. Let your light shine, let your love light shine. Let your light shine, let your love light shine. Let your light shine.
All right here and right now, shining our beautiful heart center out there as bright as we can. It doesn't stay in this room. It goes out there and it goes out into our beautiful island, the beautiful world, and our beautiful universe. That's what I know. So I am so filled with gratitude as we enter this month of giving and receiving. And we had our Malama team, Michael, who's new today, our Malama man, and Anna Myers, and Reverend Diane for the beautiful, beautiful treatment and for just leading us in that wonderful contemplation. Rob Jones is back there with Giorgio over there. Then over there is Jonathan Lee, who makes everything sound so good. And we have Maria Christina, who we always love. Thank you. And Miss Janice, who had all those wonderful kids today, and we made our wonderful, wonderful poster. And Mr. Juan, there's Juan back there. Mahalo, my friend, for coming up and letting us get to know you. And Roseanne Jones and Peggy are back there fixing up the bookstore, which just happens to have one of Rita's books. I wonder if we can sell ours out today. Or do you already all have them? And then our beautiful, beautiful Kiana. We are so blessed with that beauty. And Sue Wood and Maureen back there counting the blessings. And Charles running around on casual Sunday and whatever he's wearing today. And then we have Angela Phillips, who's just an absolute treasure, a gem. And then we have our beautiful, beautiful Rita Andriello, Reverend Rita, who's out in the world reminding the world that we're here in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. And I am so, so filled with gratitude. I'm gratitude for the love that is being shown here today and felt here today. And I know that we don't keep this gratitude locked up. We take it out into our world, out into nature, saying, thank you, nature, for giving us this incredible thing called life. So keep breathing, my friends. Keep breathing. And I'm so filled with gratitude. And so it is.
We are ever opening. Love is healing everything. We are ever opening, rising up to spread our wings. We're all one in love. We're all one in love. All that we're made of reveals here in love. Let your light shine, let your love light shine. Let your light shine, let your love light shine. Let your light shine, let your love light shine. Let your light shine. Let your light shine, let your love light shine. Let your light shine, let your love light shine. Let your light shine, let your love light shine. Let your light shine.
Wrap with the Revs in about 10 minutes.